We're live, I think.
Oh, we're live, man. I didn't even get a chance to clean my glasses. Holy shit.
I think just
We got shit to do. We're going live right now.
yeah, going a little early today because no matter what time we came on, Barry was not going to be here because he has a work meeting. And W Scott has dinner to go to. I have a show in Columbus, so get him started early.
Man.
Yeah, I think one thing describes the game last night that we went to, and I'm gonna play that real quick.
Thank you, God. Victory!
It was a great win, man. It was awesome.
It was. You know, I would describe the offense as being very efficient.
very efficient.
You know, I mean, look, I don't want to.
Scored 17 points, but they were very efficient.
Right, they were the most efficient 17 points I've ever seen. I'd also like to say Batonio. I'd like to throw that out there and run off Batonio. I don't want to start a QB controversy, but I do like Case Keenum. Those are all the things I have to say.
Batonio, Case Keenum, Blake Hance, best players in the Browns.
Right. Played in an offense like this previously.
We might have a fellow founder of the podcast joining us soon.
What?
Yeah, he might be. And is it going to be Barry? We don't know. It might.
And I am a Twitter.
The anticipation is unbearable.
I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah. Carter Doherty says, I think they should get rid of their first two running backs. This D Ennis guy.
The Nest guy. The D Nest guy is the best.
Did you see Jason Malterno made my joke on Facebook?
What was the
Dearness goes to the end zone? I was like, I made that joke 5 times last night, and W. Scott didn't laugh at it once.
Jason told that joke?
Oh, fuck you.
It's hilarious. I get it now. And now that Jason told it.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's Dan Brown said, are the fans turning Johnson into the new Jerome Harrison? I don't know.
I'm just happy that we have
their buddy.
I'm just happy we have 2 people watching. That's amazing. Yeah. Hey, thanks guys for watching.
One of the original founders of the podcast coming in, Mr. Brian Gallagher. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Yeah. I thought you guys were going to wear suits. I thought we were all going to wear suits.
I didn't get the memo from the guest.
Was this business casual today? I don't know.
You look like you're at like you're like an executive at the combine right now.
Maybe I am. Yeah, no.
You got your little lanyard going around your neck. Dude, did you guys? My dad said they didn't show the introductions on the broadcast last night.
They didn't?
Apparently not.
Huh.
Yeah, because the introductions were incredible last night. Like it was like they made it feel like it was like a Super Bowl. I mean, it was crazy. Like they turned the lights out and then did like all the strobe lights and crazy
smoke and fire and shit.
It was awesome.
Is that something we can get?
I feel like Brian's going to tell me that I have like some bank fees I need to pay.
I get it. I do. You guys set me up though. You guys were like, we're all wearing suits, and then
yeah.
Oh my God.
So you guys like set up this whole thing, and then you have all your banker jokes and your executive jokes.
That's what we planned it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, man, the introductions last night, of course, everybody went crazy when they introduced Jarvis. That was the highlight of it. But man, I told W. Scott, I always, and I've complained about it before, I think maybe even on this podcast, but I always sit in front of the worst people. Like I always have the worst people sitting behind me at Browns games. Like the dudes behind us the whole time were like just talking about Case Keenum like he was like the fucking super. I'm like, he's played 65 games in the NFL. It started 65 games. It's not like nobody knows what Case Keenum is, like they're acting like he's like gonna take over or something. I'm like, no, his longest pass last night was 18 yards. And he did a good job. He won the game, but didn't look great. I mean, he had some terrible passes that Jarvis bailed him out of. One that Odell bailed him out of, even though Odell dropped 2 passes that were right to him.
Yeah, made the mistake of like putting it right in his hands.
Right.
Yeah, no way he was going to catch that.
If you're going to throw to Odell, you have to throw it to where he can only catch it with one hand. And that's the only time he catches the ball, apparently.
Yeah,
I do think the interception out of bounds, like if he could have put that in the right place, he kind of underthrew that one, you know. But I honestly, I will say that's why I came on. Actually, I wanted to let you guys know that I definitely think Keenum and this new running back, and then also the fullback. I mean, honestly, I think they're the future of this team. So.
Johnny Stanton, man.
Look, you know what? I don't want to start a running back controversy, but this Chubb guy is fucking toast.
I was actually really disappointed whenever they didn't keep Johnny Stanton at the beginning of the year, because I thought he was actually really good. He's a really versatile player. He played quarterback in college, as the guys behind us let us know, and he also played receiver in college. So he's just a very versatile player. I think he'd be good to keep long term on the team. But Dearness Johnson, I really do think would be a starter anywhere else in the NFL. I mean, he is a really good running back. Not anywhere else. Obviously, he wouldn't start in Tennessee. But that's
probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe not in Kansas City,
Dude, yeah. He would probably start in Kansas City. I don't know. They're on their third running back right now. They could probably use Dearness Johnson.
I was actually wondering if he could be a bargaining chip, but I don't think we could get anything that would be worth I'm glad we have that guy.
I think today in the NFL you need a third running back like that, man. I mean, as much as injuries are happening, it's weird how there's it does seem like there's a different injury that's common every year. Last year it was hamstring injuries. This year it seems to be calf injuries and throat contusions. I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard in 50 years, I've never heard of a throat contusion twice in 1 year on the same day.
Yeah, we had the staph infections the 1 year.
Yeah. And it's weird that Myles Garrett's injury wasn't talked about much, but it was obviously pretty serious because he barely played in the second half yesterday. I don't know why. Me and W. Scott kept looking for him, and he would be standing on the sideline with his helmet off. So I don't know what's going on with Garrett, but I don't like that. Maybe they're just trying to keep him healthy for the Steelers game. I don't know.
I wonder who's going to start the Steelers game. Is it going to be Keenum? Do you think this time resting up is going to help Baker get his shit together? Yeah, or do you just think Baker really wants to play against the Steelers?
No, from what I've heard about Baker's injury, it's basically a torn labrum is something that doesn't bother you all the time. It's just it can get inflamed, and when it gets inflamed, if he gets hit or falls onto that shoulder, it's gonna get inflamed again, and he's not gonna be able to play. I mean, he can play, but he's not going to play well because he's going to be in so much pain.
I thought Case Keenum handed that ball off with such efficiency and style. I guess that Brian is done with us, or his boss walked into the break room
That
and
might,
made him stop.
might be true as well. He might have a suit problem or something.
Barry was saying that he might be able to jump in, so we'll see.
Oh, that'd be cool. The wait around is back. We'll be.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I thought the game yesterday wasn't real eventful. I don't know if anything stuck out to me other than the fact that Jarvis Landry looked really good until he hobbled off, but they said he was okay.
What about Odell? I mean, he was on the ground too.
Dude,
I haven't really seen anything about
I haven't
him.
either.
I guess because I didn't see much of him in the game. I mean, he went 33%. He caught 2 of 6 targets.
Did he really only catch 2 of 6?
Yeah, it was 2 of 6, and he went like only went like 20 something yards, 22 yards.
I mean, he only had 2 drops, so the other ones must have not been anywhere near him. But dude, that's the thing that whenever those guys kept being like, Keenum's so efficient, blah blah, and I'm like, every pass he's thrown, like that's over 5 yards, is like the receivers having to turn around to catch the ball or like come back for it. Like he's not efficient. He just doesn't turn over the ball. That's all Case Keenum has ever had going for him, and that can win you games if you have a good defense.
Don't turn over the ball.
Yeah, and our defense played well yesterday, so it won us the game. I mean, that's
D'Ernest also, by the way, went 3 for 3 on passes. He's 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good, man. That is good. I thought Odell was going to get going when he had those 2 catches in a row because he was like, he looked like he was pumped that he caught the ball. Like, I think he's having a little mental shit going on right now because he looked like he was pumped that he caught the ball. And I'm like, you're Odell Beckham Jr. You should not be excited that you're catching the ball. Like,
Right.
Right now, like that.
That you caught a ball for at 5.5 yards.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's how you could tell he's got to be going through some mental shit right now where he's.
Well, that's because everybody's saying that we don't need him.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sure he reads the paper or, every now and then
He's
catches
more-
ESPN and hears
Odell's more plugged into that shit than anybody. That's what always got him in trouble in New York was getting into battles with the media and shit.
Did you read the story that RG3 said that we are wasting the talents of OBJ here and that he should be traded so that he can go be great somewhere else. We can make him OBJ again.
Hey, if we could honestly with Donovan Peoples-Jones, and I'm a big Odell Beckham Jr. fan. I think he's a really good wide receiver. I think he's got the skills to be great again. I just think he needs to get out of his own head. But if we, with Donovan Peoples-Jones and Jarvis Landry and Schwartz is starting to look good, I think we could afford to trade him if we can get some good value out of him. I just don't think you could get the value out of him right now because he just hasn't. It's been so long since he's been a superstar wide receiver.
Well, and he's been hurt the past 3 years. I mean,
nobody's given up a first.
Who's going to want to pay that much for a rusted out Dodge?
The most you could get right now, I think, would be like a 2nd round pick, and we gave up what 2 firsts for Odell, so you might as well keep him. I mean,
yeah, but he's not going to be here at the end of this year anyway. I mean, I think his contract is up.
He's got 1 more year after this.
Yeah, but I think that in the offseason we'll deal him.
As long as
really, why? I mean, think about it. We keep saying he's going to be great, but geez, it's 3 years, man. Can't stay on the field, and when he's on there, he's 33%. I think we're actually boring the shit out of Dan and Carter. They haven't made one comment since.
I know. Well, I didn't understand Dan's comment, and if he's not watching, I'll just ask him about it tomorrow. I'm not sure.
Dan Brown, is he related to you?
No, he's not. He is a very good comic, though, and I am doing a show with him tomorrow night.
I swear.
Yeah. The VFW in Amherst, Ohio. So
Mm.
yeah, it's a good show that I haven't done it before, so I don't know that, but it pays well, so there you go.
And that's part of what makes it a good show for you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I would like to comment on the skill and the stamina and endurance of the fucking giant that stood in front of me all last night at the game. You know, that son of a bitch could have sat down. I don't know how he didn't get tired. I'm pretty sure he was on performance enhancing drugs. He was standing an inordinate amount of time. And he was a giant billboard in front of me, and I could not see. So anytime he stood up, I had to stand up. It was he left for what? Go to the bathroom one time. I got to sit down. So
yeah. Dan Brown clarified, oh, Jerome Harrison has a monster second half of whatever shitty Eric Mangini season it was. But at the end of the day, he was just a below average running back. I actually think that Dearness Johnson is an above average running back. I think, I mean, he was like the number one running back in the AAF or whatever it was. He was the number one player in that league.
was that the league that lasted like 6 or 7 weeks?
Yeah, it was
Just
the one
recently.
yeah, it was the one that what's his name, the backup for the Cowboys now, who was our backup a couple years ago, the quarterback. Is it Garrett Gilbert, maybe? Or something like that. But he
Gilbert sounds familiar. Yeah.
yeah, he was the top quarterback in that league. Dearness Johnson was the top running back in that league. They played for the same team, and the Browns signed them both, and they both ended up making the team that year. But yeah, I think he's decent. But yeah, as far as that Eric Mangini, season that Dan Brown is talking about, I think I'd pretty much God damn it. Shitty bearded banker to get off his phone while doing the Browns podcast.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Brian left us. We don't know where he went.
We think he got let go.
Yeah, no, but as
Really
far as
wrong.
the Eric Mangini era, I have wiped that from my memory. I don't remember any of the Eric Mangini era.
You know, speaking of Brian, I've never seen anybody dressed up that much for an interview at McDonald's. I mean, that is amazing. I don't know how he sleeps in his car at night walking around like that.
Pretty sure he was in a work meeting and decided to pop in for a minute. But no, man, the game was fun last night. I liked yelling the things that the guys behind us were talking about, and they had no idea that we were doing it. That was the best.
I enjoyed yelling in ways that are a little bit different than most people.
It was funny.
I can't even remember some of the things I said. I wholeheartedly disagree. You should rethink your decision. That's a good one.
That referee should go to Lens Crafters.
Oh my God.
But yeah, man, it was a fun time. Got a win. It wasn't an impressive win. It was one of the worst teams in the NFL, and we only won 17-13. So it was.
Well, you know, we had to play against the refs too, so that made it a little bit more difficult.
It was another game where it was just fucking terrible with the officiating. I mean, Mike Pereira said on Cleveland Browns Daily the other day that the Browns have suffered from terrible officiating compared to most teams in the league.
Suffered is that's a soft word. We've been tormented, you know, intentionally abused by these refs. Amazing what it is that the things that we do that get called as compared to, I mean, somebody from Denver could have come out there with a chainsaw and they would have called us for getting their blade bloody, or spilling blood onto the field. Ridiculous what was going on.
Yeah.
These guys should be reprimanded. I think you should be reprimanded. That's what I'm going to yell next time.
Yeah, man, it is crazy how bad the officiating has been this year, and especially for the Browns games. The pass interference inconsistencies are just ridiculous. The holding call that literally everyone in the stadium saw on Myles Garrett that didn't get called was ridiculous. Myles Garrett's definitely going to get fined because he said in the post-game press conference that ref needs to get glasses. So
he'll get fined, and then the refs next game will hold it against him.
Yeah, well, no, he'll get fined. He'll get fined, and then the NFL will send the Browns apology letter with all of the things that they missed.
Right.
Like
they actually go back and review these games afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean, it never has. I don't think it's ever changed the outcome. But they go back and they review these things, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we missed that."
Yeah,
well, you missed that, but guess what? That's that has an impact.
They send the team a letter every week telling them what they missed, basically. And it's like, all right, well, so what are you going to do about this? Like Mike Ferrer was saying that he thinks the number one thing that needs to change in the NFL is the pass interference rule. And that is like the fact that he said that he's just seen way too many times in his refereeing career where a 40-yard mistake happens because it shouldn't have been called, and it's a spot foul. So the other team gets the ball 40 yards down the field, and there was no fucking penalty. Like it's
right.
It's a game-changing thing that happens all the time. And it slowed down the Browns' drives a couple times last night. It created a drive for the Broncos. I mean, our defense was stopped them 3 or 4 times on their own side of the 50, and they kept getting penalties to move across the other side of the 50. And by the time they got down there, I think our defense was so tired that they just couldn't fucking play defense anymore. I mean, it's hard when you're playing when you're getting off the field on third down, you get put back on the field on third down, and then you end up with a 30-play drive because of it.
Well, the other thing, the one question that I had, I know that they it was a 3rd and 1. It was called a first down. Dimmer passed. It was called a first down. Stefanski threw the red flag. They reviewed it. Then they moved it back. They said instead of being 1st and 10, that it was 4th and 1. 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And so they went for it and got it anyway. So when you really think about that, this is where it's not so efficient, my friend. This is where I would put up a little bit of a pushback. Because technically your defense did an extra play for nothing. Yeah, there was a chance that they stopped them or whatever, but at the end of the day, because they played an extra play that was would be considered a failure and not efficient. Yeah. That would impact your efficiency rating.
It would.
Yeah,
it would.
I was gonna say that to the guys behind us, but
yeah,
by the end of the night, they really weren't speaking much English.
Yeah, right.
So
Barry Perino is in the house.
There he is. It's like he's in his house.
Yeah, we did it early because we didn't think you were going to be here because you said you weren't going to be here. And I have a show in Columbus tonight. So
okay.
We could have met Drew Lock's dad last night. He was sitting down below us. No, there was a Broncos fan that had a Drew Lock jersey on. I'm like, why would you have a Drew Lock jersey?
I don't know. Why would you have a Johnny Manziel jersey?
I'm gonna burn mine tomorrow. I think.
What?
I found it at my parents' house. I'm gonna burn it because I think.
Why would you burn it? Can't you
Because I
just
think-
remove the name? And
No, because I think the reason why this team is not being as efficient is because we're not fully letting go of the past yet.
because
So,
you haven't burned your Manziel jersey.
yes, that
Can,
is
can I
correct.
have it?
No,
I'm
nobody
I'm
can have it. It's a
gonna-
Manziel jersey.
I'm
Go
gonna put
buy,
my last name on it. I
go
know
buy
you
one
like that.
$2 at fucking Dick's. They probably have them still.
I'm gonna
He-
put Ween on the back of it instead. That'll make it all. That'll remove the curse.
It's still got that. It's still got that number 2.
It's tainted. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's still got that black and orange. It's a black and orange jersey. It was a
Ooh.
blackout. It was a blackout jersey.
What? So
Yeah,
you got you got an extra special edition jersey, and you're gonna burn it?
yep.
Are you gonna put it? Are you gonna put it on TikTok?
It's not real. It's from China. Chill.
Are you saying things from China aren't real? What are you saying, John?
I'm saying COVID's not real. No.
Have you heard of that thing, COVID? They've been talking about it for like a while. Everybody's all up in arms about it.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't burn your Jamal Lewis jersey, Dan Brown. It's fine.
I have a Courtney Brown jersey.
Jamal
It
Lewis
says-
was fine.
Courtney Brown.
I have a Courtney Brown. It says C Brown, and
That's why I don't buy jerseys.
Just put
Yeah.
an S in, so now it's C Brown.
I think my point isn't coming across here apparently to Dan Brown. I'm talking about the bad past of the Browns, which is basically one person who set our franchise back by 5 years.
What about Josh Gordon?
Yeah, but Josh Gordon wasn't like Josh Gordon was a wide receiver that we drafted in the supplemental draft in like the 3rd round. I think like that's not like Johnny Manziel was a 1st round pick. He was a quarterback. He was supposed to be the answer. He just didn't give a fuck about football. So I think he really set our franchise back by like 5 years. I really do. It was terrible because we could have if we drafted anybody else in that.
Didn't we get Mingo, Barcavius Mingo in that draft also? Maybe
was that
somewhere around there. Barcavius.
I don't
That's
know
a
if
cool
it was
name.
draft or not.
Was that the year we drafted that? Who was the awful corner that? Man, he was from
Dennis
Oklahoma
Northcutt.
State guy.
Oh yeah, no, you're wrong, W. Scott. That was the year we drafted Justin Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy was bad too. You know
Yeah.
who else was terrible? Dennis Northcutt. I just want to throw that out
what
there.
problem do you have with Dennis Northcutt? I don't know. He went off on a tangent last night when we saw somebody wearing a Dennis Northcutt jersey. What's so wrong with Dennis
The
Northcutt?
guy's terrible, man. That guy was always. You know what? No, you want
He was a good
at
guy.
least hold on a second. At least when OBJ doesn't get a first down, right, on 4th, it's because he doesn't catch it, right? Dennis Northcutt would intentionally find the first down marker, move 3 yards in, and then catch the ball and fall down every time.
He took
He,
a lot.
I can't count how many times he let the ball. He would like, just let that ball go into the end zone, and it dies on the 1 yard line. I mean, that guy was horrible, absolutely horrible.
I like how
There you go. Dan Brown's on my side. Thank you, Dan Brown.
I like how the comments pop up on here. It looks like did you ever see that show on VH1 in the 90s? It was pop-up video.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. I don't know. That dog has gotten fucking. Oh, Bear
Now
just
it's crippled. Thanks. Good. Way to go, man. Way
There-
to
kill this
handicap
dog.
your animal on live YouTube.
He's back. I had somebody tell me they had to put down their dog the other day at work, and I went out and announced it in the break room that he was killing the dog. I thought it was pretty funny. He didn't think so.
Oh my God.
Um,
Dan Brown is absolutely correct. Dennis Northcutt couldn't cut, couldn't get open,
catch.
and was way too small and couldn't catch.
He was a gadget player, man. He was good for reverses. He was good for returning kicks.
Yeah, he
Got it.
reversed a lot of our yardage, which was pretty bad.
He returned some punts. I don't know.
Okay, well,
I thought he was all right.
so did
Josh
oh my
Cribbs,
God,
Hall
who
of
is
Fame.
that?
Josh Cribbs,
Who's-
the Hall of Famer.
Josh Cribbs.
It's just, I love Josh Cribbs, but it's really dumb. People are trying to get him into the Hall of Fame.
He was on Good Morning Football the other day.
He's always on Cribbs in the CLE. We watch it every day at work.
Every day.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we watch it every day at work.
We should see if we could get him on the show.
We probably could. Dude,
Probably.
I bet we were talking earlier about how plugged in Odell Beckham Jr. is. I bet he's watching us right now. He's probably our one viewer. Oh no, it's Dan Brown.
No, it's Dan Brown.
Yeah.
And thank you, Dan Brown. Thank you for your continued support of the wait around. We really appreciate
We
it.
actually do have a lot of people that watch this, just that they don't watch it live.
Yeah.
Because I've had people at work tell me that they watch it. I don't know what they watch it on.
They're like, hey, why do you talk to that old man that's on your show? I would like to thank you, John Brown, for inviting me out last night. And you know, selling me one of your tickets there. That was awesome. I really did have a good time. We tailgated beforehand. Tornado warning. It was cold, it was windy, but once we got in the stadium, man, the weather just opened up and was so nice.
Yeah.
It was a perfect temperature. The sky was clear. There really wasn't any rain, and everything kind of held off until almost till we got right back to the car. It was a good time. I really enjoyed it.
Dude, it was probably the nicest weather I've had for a primetime game ever. I mean, it was great.
It was definitely nice to see him win. And really all we have to talk about on this show was that performance, because we'll have another show before they take on the Steelers.
For the Steelers game.
Yeah.
And Steelers are on bye tomorrow. I don't know who else is anybody else in our division on bye tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I'm saying that on the off chance that I'm right.
Yeah. You missed earlier. Barry Bryan was here for a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, he came on for a minute, and then he left abruptly. I think his boss probably walked in or something. I don't know.
Oh, he was at work.
I think so. We have the Bengals and Ravens play each other at 1 o'clock.
Ooh, that'll be good. So the Ravens will win that. Although, I mean, I would love it if this is one of the few times I'll root for the Bengals.
Yeah,
So
same. I will definitely be rooting for the Bengals on Sunday.
what
I
time
like.
do they play? 1? They play
Yeah.
1?
Yeah, I like the Sundays where the Browns don't play. I really do, because I can.
I get other shit done. It's amazing.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah.
Around and watch football all day, but it's but I like it because I can watch other teams. Like I don't flip around whenever I'm watching the Browns. Where like whenever the Browns aren't playing, I'm like most of the time like watching the Red Zone channel or something. Like that's the Red Zone channel is always fun, especially if you play fantasy football. Which
I know.
is not, and he was very annoyed by my fantasy football talk last night. It was.
I thought I supported you. I was
Yeah.
supporting you in your endeavor to win $1 million.
Because of penalties last night, Teddy Bridgewater ended up having a pretty good fantasy game, and it pissed me off because I took Dearness Johnson as my MVP in all of my FanDuel leagues, and it would have been a good play except for the fact that I didn't have Teddy Bridgewater in my lineup. We ended up having a good game. So
Barry, you watched the game last night?
Yeah. I watched most of it. I was kind of
Yeah.
at a place where it was a lot of distraction, but yeah, it was good. I mean, we have a good track record for Thursdays, it seems, doesn't it? I was trying to think, like, you have the
I was in Denver one time. I don't know. Brian Hoyer was quarterback at the time, and I think we were playing the Bengals on Thursday night, and
Crushed
I sat in a bar. That's when I was traveling all the time. I sat in a bar and watched them. It was the only one cheering. I had to tell the bartender, I was like, "Hey, can you put the Browns game on there?" Because nobody wanted to watch it in the bar. So I'm the only one sitting there at the bar watching it, cheering. Everybody's like, "Hey, this guy's drunk."
Yeah, if you don't want to watch other teams on Sunday, sign up for Dry Bar Comedy using Dan Brown's promo code Dan Brown.
Ah,
And
is that a free? Is that free?
not stopping here today. I think if you use his promo code, it's like you get like a free 30-day trial or something like that.
Yeah. I first of all, I appreciate the plug.
Yeah.
Working it in. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Hey, he's been watching the whole time. He deserves it.
Yeah, definitely.
How's the little one doing, Dan? How's the little one? Last I saw you, you were.
Yeah, there you go. Promo code free for 1 month. Promo code Dan Brown. Yeah, Dan Barry wants to know how your kid's doing. Go. Yeah, I haven't.
Hey, how's your moms? Tell your moms I said hi. Let her know that I'm thinking about her. Okay, I just want you to know.
But yeah, man, it was good to see last night that our backup quarterback that we pay $6 million to actually earned his $6 million kind of.
I'll tell you right now, if I was making that kind of money, I'd be so happy to give that ball back to Baker. I'd be like, hey, here you go. I'm gonna go over here and make $6 million. All right.
Yeah, dude. The most overpaid player on our team, and I think it sucks because I think he's really good. And we talked
OBJ
about night. No, is Austin Hooper. And the guy, like, he's a Pro Bowl tight end and he gets like 2 targets a game. Like, it's crazy. Like, we need to start figuring out how to get him the ball more. Need to start getting Njoku the ball more. Like, it's just, we have all these badass weapons, and it's like, I'm afraid even when Baker comes back that like he's basically going to hyper target Jarvis Landry like he usually does. And
we didn't throw it to Higgins at all last night. But we really did spread the ball around. We did throw to a lot of different people last night. Yeah. I mean, really, when you look at the amount of plays that we had last night, I think on offense, we had like 43 something plays. 6 of those plays went to Odell Beckham. He only caught 2 passes, which would be, for 6 plays for 43, that's like 13% of the amount of offensive snaps that we had. And he only caught 2. Yeah. I'm just, if there's anybody that needs to sit the fuck down for a little while, it's Odell. I mean, he needs to go to the corner and think about what he's done because it's not much.
I think him and Baker need to have a little couples counseling. And
yeah.
Like one of those survival things. Do we need to send them out to a couples retreat? I mean, what the fuck?
They have sports therapists. There was I watched a TV show about it that I think was 1 season long, and I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty good.
Ted Lasso?
No.
They do have a sports therapist.
That's fucking, not all of us are fucking ballers and can afford Apple TV, okay?
Dude, it's 99 cents a month. The fuck? I got to be a baller for 99 cents a month? I'm rolling deep, bitches.
I would like to get Apple TV because I would like to watch Ted Lasso. I've heard
it because it's 99 cents a month. I mean, out of all the fucking streaming services, Apple, it is, man. I'll show you my fucking bill.
Probably because you have Apple phones.
Because I have an iCloud account. I mean, you could go buy an Apple TV, right? That's like the same as
I can use it on my Roku though. I know that.
Yeah. I mean, and then you sign up with your app. It's 99. I actually was kind of surprised it was that cheap.
Oh, it says $4.99 a month for
what? I'm paying 99 cents. Maybe because I'm a baller.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'm efficient.
Yeah, you've got
Antonio.
You got one of those Apple Gold accounts.
He works for Apple.
Yeah.
I do not work for Apple.
Not
Nothing.
the platinum, but you got the gold.
Just gold.
Almost there. Yeah.
I
If
got
you work for
chromium
Apple-
plated.
If you
Zinc.
work for Apple, do you have one of those Steve Jobs? Oh, that's bad. All right, never mind.
He doesn't work for Apple. We've established that, Barry.
I know. Never mind.
Bad Barry.
All right.
I'll throw that
Well,
out.
Barry, hey, we're glad that you got out of your work meeting.
Yeah, I gotta get going, guys. It's 4:45. We
Wow.
got one more comment from Dan Brown.
Right. I'm with Dan Brown. I am with Dan Brown. Except
I agree that it's not Baker. I agree that it's not Baker. But I do think it's a mental thing with Odell. I don't think it's physical. He's still getting open. He's still can make the amazing catches. He's just not making the easy catches, and
that's what's hurting him.
yeah.
You know, you do the job, man. The job isn't catch shit, like a circus animal.
I will say,
catch shit.
but I will say, I do think Jarvis Landry is the better wide receiver out of the two.
I do too.
Because I'm sorry, he's oh man. All right.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but Jarvis just in his first game back from injury, you saw him get open constantly. I mean, he was constantly open the whole game. And maybe that's what it's going to take to get Odell going, is seeing Jarvis playing better than him. I don't know, because they haven't really played together much. They played together maybe 10 games so far since they've both been with the Browns.
Oh, I don't know.
Neither
Maybe a
one of
little
them's
more
been
than
hurt. Either one of them's been hurt almost all 3 seasons.
I thought Barry, the thing that upset me the most last night, and I thought we were all past this controversy, right? That we wouldn't have to have this discussion anymore. But last night during the national anthem, this cameraman that was focusing on the singer, he was kneeling through the entire anthem. It was ridiculous. I was like, what's this guy doing? So upset.
Oh man. I will say one thing I'm upset with before we get out of here. I want a fucking cup holder in front of my seat. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this bullshit every week of not
He
having.
only has one cup holder.
It's bullshit.
I was outraged with him.
Either give me a cup holder or pull the concrete closer to me so I can sit my cup on the concrete. I don't think that's possible. So just give me a cup holder. That's it. I'm tired of sitting my cup holder I'm tired of sitting my bottle of water or my beer by my feet, and then I get up and cheer and I knock it over, and then I don't have any bottled water or beer anymore, and it's very upsetting.
You know what I think? I think in the interim, Amazon has portable cup holders that you could definitely have put it on the back of that motherfucker in front of me that never sat down, because he would have never known that there was something on it.
I should just next time I go to the game, bring a power drill with me, and what do you?
And bring some anchor bolts and a couple of nuts and washers and shit.
You can't bring that into the game. I'm like, I'm putting in a fucking cup holder. I don't care if I can bring it into the game or not. I need a goddamn cup holder on my seats.
Hey, let me ask you this. I'm sending this to you. And that's in Messenger. Take a look at that and see if that meets your needs. Maybe that's what you want to get right there.
Is it a beer helmet?
Oh, that would work, maybe. I don't know.
I think that would work, man.
Just a little clip. Maybe if I just got one little screw and just drilled it in the back of the chair.
Dude, just get some of that really thick double-sided tape that they use to put trim on cars.
Yeah.
That shit won't go anywhere. It's waterproof. It'll last for years.
Yeah. They'll probably take it down every game.
Yes. most likely.
They'll buy a new one every game.
They'll be like, look what this dumbass did.
Maybe after a while of them taking my cup holder down every game, they'll be
They'll
like,
get an idea.
maybe we should put a cup holder here so this guy doesn't have to do this every week. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta get going, guys. We'll do this again next week before the Steelers game. So we don't have any scores to get to this week.
Yeah, and next week, this is a teaser. I thought of a good teaser
All right.
for next week is that we're going to talk about the character of the brownie elf on the sidelines.
Okay. I like that.
That's what we're going to talk about next week.
So
So be sure to tune in for that riveting discussion.
if you're in Columbus tonight, come see me at the Pretentious Barrel House. I'm about to leave so I can get there in time.
All right. And if you're in Kirtland and want to see me, I'll be at Tavern 6 having dinner.
All right. Later, guys.
All right.